Ah, so you think darkness is your ally? Let's not stand on ceremony here, Mr. Wayne. One of my viewers sent me this video because they know that I am a huge DC fan, primarily Green Lantern. Green Lantern is my absolute favorite above all else. DC really needs to start showing Green Lantern more love, but that's another story for another day. However, they sent me this debate between Rorschach and Batman over the no-kill rule. Who's right, who's wrong? For anyone that's not aware, Rorschach, the gentleman in the top hat fedora, he's more of an anarchist. He believes that one should be controlling their own destiny, maintain their own moral compass, regardless of what anyone feels, even law itself. Batman, he's a combined mixture of justice and vengeance, and he believes there needs to be a balance between the two where there should be a certain point where the no-kill rule does not apply. Batman feels for the most part you should not kill. Rorschach believes for the most part as an anarchist, one should make their own moral judgment, that most of humanity works inside moral turpitudes. I want to listen to this debate. I thought it was pretty interesting because it actually resonates to everyday citizens of how we see our own moral compass of justice. Let's listen in.
You let them live. Criminals, rapists, killers. You throw them in a cage, they crawl back out. Again and again.
So Rorschach is letting you know everyone works in a sense of depravity. You're wasting your time. You're giving them second chances. You believe in the system of reform. Batman, you are a fool. You should go ahead and give them the one and done and call it a day.
How many times do you have to watch it happen before you realize the system doesn't work?
Oh, for some of you who may not be aware, when you look at Rorschach, the gentleman with the fedora, you may see ink splotches on his face. That's actually a mask that he wears. The mask is supposed to be a representation of the Rorschach test, or it speaks directly to his unpredictability as a person. The ink moves in a kinetic fashion where it responds to his breathing patterns. What it does in exchange is emote what he's feeling at that given time in the form of a Rorschach test. Thus, why he's known by his alias as Rorschach.
You execute them? Play judge, jury, and executioner? Decide who lives and who dies based on your own sense of right and wrong? That's not justice. That's just cold revenge.
Now, Batman is countering his argument and telling Rorschach you have this self-righteous mode of thinking where you feel that only your sense of justice matters. You are not within balance of what humanity operates, which is a gray area. Rorschach is making the argument that there is no gray area. If you are a criminal, you should be punished with extreme prejudice. This is a very, very interesting read because for right now, I'm going to say for the most part, in many ways, I agree with Rorschach. I'm okay with the Old Testament of handling things when it comes to crime. I am.
It's not a decision. It's balance. They spill innocent blood. They pay in kind. It's the only thing they understand.
Eye for an eye.
You're not restoring order. You're indulging in bloodshed and calling it justice.
To the dead, there's no difference. To the ones who lost everything, justice and revenge are the same.
Ooh. That's interesting. Basically, what Rorschach is saying is that those that are deleted who got their just desserts, they don't know the difference between balance, justice, and morality. So it doesn't matter. You're wasting your time arguing with them. However, Rorschach points out a good justification. He says, well, what about those that are victims that are left behind to suffer? What about their justice? What about their comeuppance? What about their sense of morality? What about giving them that provided justice that they so desperately desire?
To the living, it's different. It has to be. Otherwise, we're just more killers in masks. No better than the ones we claim to stand against.
No, worse than them. Because we know better. We see the world for what it is. Rotten, diseased, beyond saving. And yet we still do nothing.
You think I do nothing?
We see the problem, but we continue to perpetuate the problem when we have the ability to have a final solution. But we are worried about the morality clause of how it would make us look because we're concerned about optics. And Rorschach is absolutely not concerned about optics. He's concerned about outcomes and creating a final solution.
Every night I fight to keep Gotham from falling apart. Every night I stand between this city and the chaos waiting to swallow it whole.
But you don't end it. You hold the line, but you never push forward. You let the disease fester. You catch the Joker, you lock him up, and then he escapes. And what happens next?
Rorschach is asking, so do we fix the disease or do we fix the symptom? Based on Batman's argument, it seems as if he's only fixing the symptom.
He kills again and again. How many bodies? How many families torn apart because you won't do what's necessary?
Killing him won't stop crime. It won't erase what he's done.
That's fair.
It won't bring his victims back.
That's fair.
No, but it will stop him.
That's fair. Batman, I agree with Batman on this one. You cannot kill away crime. There will always be someone around the corner that feels more depraved, that feels more justified to find the means to achieve whatever measures and goal, even if they have to cheat to do so. And Batman is saying your sense of justice is self-righteousness when all it has really done for you is just turn you into a killer yourself.
And then what? What happens when the next monster rises? When another madman picks up where he left off?
The cycle repeats.
Do you kill them too? Where does it stop?
It stops when the guilty are gone, when there's no one left to do harm, when crime isn't an option anymore.
There will always be crime.
Yeah.
Always be corruption.
Yeah, I said
it's
that.
not something you can kill your way out of.
Yeah.
Maybe not, but that doesn't mean you stop trying.
I don't stop. I just don't cross that line.
You're afraid, not of killing, but of admitting the truth, that some people don't deserve to live.
Rorschach is okay with being the judge, jury, and executioner. This is the one place I don't agree with him on this. We should not be the judge, jury, and executioner. We do need to have a prism of checks and balances to be put in place, because our own morality is just one bad day away from becoming the Joker ourselves and creating complete AoE damage. Rorschach feels that things are not that complicated. Batman feels life is complicated, people are complicated, and we should operate within that gray zone. This is really a great, interesting debate because it's actually making me think about my own sense of morality as I listen to them.
I don't kill because it's easy. I don't kill because once you start, you don't stop.
You become bloodthirsty.
It becomes the only solution. Every problem gets the same answer. And soon, there's nothing left.
Hammer, meet nail. That's what Batman is pointing out here. This is really, really great debate. I want to see more of this. I want to see one with the Green Lantern involved.
Of the man who started the fight.
Excuses. You think wearing a mask makes you different? You're another rich man playing hero, pretending to fix a world you helped break.
Wayne Enterprises.
Rorschach is saying Batman is virtue signaling. He's saying that you feel you have the necessary right because you're rich, that you're entitled to make these certain improvements in a world that has not asked you to help them or correct them or to do so. In Rorschach's mind, Batman is not wearing his true face. In Rorschach's mind, he's wearing his true face. That's the delineation between the two of them.
Has done more for Gotham than you ever will.
Sure, new buildings, new charities, new programs. But where does the money come from? From the same machine that grinds people up and spits them out. The same system that lets the powerful walk free while the weak rot. You ever ask yourself what blood paid for your empire?
This is Occupy Wall Street. A great example of what Rorschach is pointing out. He's stating that you're pretending to be the common man, but you're really one of the corporate feeders. This is interesting. This is interesting. Let's keep going.
I know exactly what my family's wealth was built on. That's why I use it to fix what I can.
Fix? You don't fix a sinking ship by patching holes. You let it go under. Let it all drown.
And then what?
Are people worth saving is the question. That is what popped into my mind when he made the statement about allowing the ship to sink. Rorschach, I'm going to have to give the point to Batman on this one. I think you should plug the ship. I do feel that some people are worth saving. I do feel like some people can change because I myself have personally changed. I am completely a different person than who I used to be in my 20s. So I can't get with Rorschach on this one. I have to disagree.
Let anarchy take over? Let the city collapse into lawlessness? Do you think men like us thrive in a world without rules?
Already have.
No, you haven't. You're barely surviving.
Survival is enough.
I don't feel survival is enough. I feel that you should thrive. I get at the basic instinct, all you need to do is survive, is what Rorschach is stating. He's stating that we make it worse when we ask for more beyond survival itself. Batman is saying that people should be able to survive and live life on their terms, but they should also live it within the way and confines of morality and boundaries and rules. Rorschach states, when it comes to the criminals and those of the morally depraved, there should be no rules. I have an extreme sense of justice myself. I absolutely love, especially if I don't like you, I love to see people get what they just deserve. Even if I'm not the one doing it directly, I gotta admit, I relish it. I do. I relish it. And when I see people get their just comeuppance, bullies, whoever it is, I love to see them get. And if I ever get to a place where I can mess up somebody's world who I don't like because of the injustice they committed, knock, knock, who's coming in? Let's keep going.
You believe in people. That's your weakness.
And you don't. That's yours.
People are animals. They take what they can. When they have power, they abuse it. When they don't, they beg.
The test that's old as time, power. We all claim we don't want it, but we all want to exist with it. Power reveals your true self. Power is the Rorschach test. People will always claim that they are of a high moral standard until you put power in their hands. When you have dominion over others, you really find out what type of person you're dealing with in life. You find out, is this person a subjugator? Is this person a builder? Or is this person a tyrant? Power is the ultimate test of a person. This is Rorschach's argument. I actually stand with him on this argument. Actually, I'm not an anarchist in belief, but a lot of Rorschach's views I agree with more so over Batman.
It's all survival instinct.
People can change.
People pretend. They do what they have to until they don't have to anymore. Fear, greed, desperation. That's the truth underneath the mask.
Can people change? People say they change. Are they suppressing their true self? That's interesting. You gotta admit, they are dropping a lot of subjective truths. I do believe that people can change. I do believe people suppress the change. Let me explain what I mean. If you are a person that always likes to fight, and you reach a point in your life that you decide that you don't want to fight anymore for whatever moral reason, doesn't mean you still don't like to fight. It's just you have suppressed that part of you, maybe to make yourself more acceptable or maybe more malleable to society itself. But I do feel that is an honest change. At the end, I do think we are who we are. Even when we change and shift the position of who we are still that person in our heart. This is why, especially I can speak as a man, this is why we on a daily basis practice internal reservation. I really like this point that Rorschach is bringing up about people not changing.
And yet, I've seen criminals reform. I've seen people choose to be better.
Yeah.
For how long? Till things get hard. Till they see an easy way out. How many second chances before they go back to who they really are?
He is an anarchist through and through. All the way. I'm trying to think to myself, have I ever been in a position where I reverted back to the actions of myself. So now, does that make me a hypocrite is the question. I do feel you will revert to the natural self if you are suppressed from the pursuit of happiness, which is a life of fulfillment. Or if you are experiencing an oppressive nature, you will go to the true form of yourself. Now, I don't mean this in a sociopathic type of way, but what I am saying is I do believe for most of us, there are two masks. There's one that we wear outside in public, and then there's one that we have when we are privately alone. And Rorschach is making this argument, which is a strong argument, as to why people really don't change and they always revert back to the mean.
Everyone is beyond saving.
Maybe not, but most are.
Then we fight for the ones who aren't.
You fight a losing war.
Maybe. But at least I fight for something more than punishment.
Punishment is all there is.
No, there's justice. There's hope.
Hope is a lie people tell themselves before they die.
And the thing that keeps them alive in the first place.
We don't change the world. We clean up the mess. That's all we are.
Then I'll keep cleaning.
Batman's accepting that their actual position is not heroes. They're basically janitors. They're janitors of crime. Just how they go about it is from two separate perspectives. Batman believes that one should go to the line, but not cross it. Rorschach believes one should go to the extreme. Rorschach believes we as a human race have the ability to solve the crime issue, but our constant need for morality gets in the way. Batman feels this is the only thing that allows us to have a confined existence of happiness. Batman feels that one should be entitled to this happiness. This was a really, really good debate. I really think this is something that I want to react to more. Guys, tell me what you think about this reaction. What did you think about this debate? Do you think I should do more? Let me know about it. That's the video, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.